All right, we're gonna get it on this take. Here we go. Welcome to Take Technology. Oh, we didn't get it on that take. All right, we're gonna try that again. Here we go. Ready again. Here we go. Welcome to Take Technology.
Automotive.
And gaming.
He's not here.
All right, anyways, we are gonna talk gaming today. We're gonna talk about the Xbox Series controller versus the PS5 controller versus consoles, customs, and the new Xbox Series controller has a new D-pad. Kind of like how I have some glasses on.
New look.
New look, new style. Does that mean we should take our hats off? And your glasses off?
No, this is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. First, let's talk about how I don't like the new Xbox. Because it's not compatible with the old controllers.
You don't like it? Why?
It's not compatible with the old controllers. I like my custom controllers.
What do you mean? You mean the new consoles?
Yeah, the new consoles are compatible with the old controllers.
That's completely wrong.
You mean?
And old controllers absolutely forward compatible to the new console.
I'm going to talk about how I love the new Xbox Series X because it's compatible with my old Xbox One controllers. How pretty watch. Look at that right there.
Whoa.
Take your it.
Well, first off, let's start with the new Xbox controller. Unlike the old one here, which is micro USB, the new one is actually C. But C
It's better.
is better.
Better micro USB. Better micro USB.
You don't gotta pay attention to what direction you're plugging into.
And B, thing about micro USBs is if they tend to, they after time they start to wear and warp, so they don't plug in.
Yeah, micros, yep.
Yeah, micro USBs, they tend to wear and warp. With C's, plug in.
You haven't had really one yet.
Over.
Yep.
I have two of them and they're going strong. Great. I think it's awesome that the new Xbox is compatible with the old controllers because I like me my custom controllers there, you know?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? They're nice. I have my Tristan's here. He's got his Gears of War. I've got my Halo controller. My brother's got Forza.
We got this unique controller here that you can just buy off the shelf, and then we have
a complete custom controller. You can get these like $50.
You got the little rubber
grips on the back.
Oh, it feels great.
Look at that beautiful red right there with these really nice chromed blue.
Any chrome color you can get.
And they got the chrome blue here, got purple joysticks. And then this is instead of black, I think it's a nice touch. It says white with gray for the buttons. And it looks nice on this white controller. And it's really cool. You put custom wording there that says Falling Angel on it. It's just it's really nice to have custom controllers there. And then you buy a custom controller and you can put double A's in there or you get a removable battery.
Removable battery.
And that's the great. That's why I love it. And these are just such nice controllers. And the thing is, with the removable battery, I'll have Tristan explain this. This is a big thing for gamers. If you're a gamer, would you like to plug in your controller?
Well, first off, let's start with if you're going ahead and you're gaming, and you go, oh crap, the battery's dying. Do you really want to go over there and grab your little micro C and plug it into the Xbox and be like, I'm really close to the TV? Or would you rather just be like, pop, I need a new battery.
Steal from your controller. Let's go.
Or from your charging pad and be like, pop. Locked and loaded, back into gaming.
That's what
I know it's a little bit of time, but you're gonna use the same amount of time hunting for your cable just to find it. So yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but you ran out of juice, not me. You did. So be more prepared next time.
Yeah.
Or switch in the middle of because these don't just die. They really don't just die.
They warn you.
They warn you, and then all of a sudden they just go, oh, I'm dead. And you power back on, you get another 5 minutes or so, and then they go, oh, I'm dead. So in the middle of a match, you'd be like, okay, that's the time. Gotta go switch. And you can switch batteries.
Can I say another thing I like about the old one, which works with the new Xbox Series X, is this. Okay, literally, just today this happened to me. I was playing. The batteries I have, they're old. I'm not a huge gamer. I only game with one controller. So I wanted to game with my nephew Braden. We're having a good time, you know, and all of a sudden the battery's like, no, I'm dead. It was dead after an hour. It's like, ah, shit. So I plugged it in, I'm playing, and then I accidentally stepped because I had my controller plugged in, and I accidentally stepped in the power cord. Broke the battery. Not a big deal, this battery's crap anyways. So like, all right, well, I guess I plug it into the controller itself. Problem is, with USB, micro USB controllers, or the plugins, the micro USB plugins, they tend to suck. So I went through so many plugins trying to figure it out, and it worked, but like every 10 minutes, all of a sudden, if I went the wrong jiggle the wrong way, it was off on me. So I was like, I gotta buy new batteries. So I went ahead and I'm like, oh, it's gonna cost me a fortune. Online, between $10 and $20, depending on how many milliamp hours you want and how quality you want, what you want. I bought the cheap $10 ones. You can get 2 batteries plus a docking station to charge those batteries.
I bought for, I think, with the charging station, $20-some.
Yeah, $20.
Yep.
So these
one of these is like $10.
These are better, I'll admit that. But the ones where the plug-in's actually on the end of the battery, so you just put it into the charging dock, they don't last as long. This
they do
lasts you days of playing.
Yeah, what is this one?
I have no idea. But the old ones that I use, yeah.
Yes. Yes, these. Yes, exactly.
These. You see, they got either they have the plug-in on the back.
I do like
plug
these.
it right there. They sit there and you charge it because you just pop it on there, it charges. That's the kind I got.
You just go like that and it will charge.
It's great.
But the catch is you cannot use this port right here to charge the battery. No. You have to use this port. Doesn't even have a port to charge the battery.
Yeah, it doesn't have a port because
you have to charge it
the other
through the
one would have a
thing.
port right here. There's three different types. That's great. This is variety.
Variety. So you can use whatever type of battery you want.
Double A's. This type of charger where the battery's in the back and you charge like that. You can use that type where you have to switch it out and you'll charge the controller. And you can use the other type, which is the original Xbox type that plugs in right there. So much variety.
Do not get down on Xbox for you being like, they still got a frickin' removable battery, what the hell? No! They're giving you options.
For cheap. I just remind you, you can still use AA's on the new Xbox Series X controller, and even if you didn't want to, and you had an old Xbox One controller, $10 to $20 for a pair of 2 rechargeable batteries and a charging dock.
And do you know how much these are gonna go for used? They could have simply said you cannot use a new one, like PlayStation. And let's go on PlayStation for a second here. What are you doing, PlayStation? Like, literally, we used to be PlayStation fanboys, diehards. You know, we played all the games. We had the PlayStation 1. We had the PlayStation 2. No, we didn't have a PlayStation 3 because that's where you lost us. When you decide to get rid of backwards compatibility. So, what are we going to do then? We're going to sit with you, or are you going to open it up at that point for us to be like, well, we'll take a break for a little bit. You know what? We're going to take a little break. We'll take a little break. Then Shane and I decided going to 360 era.
It all is because of Halo.
Yeah.
We played Halo and we're like, I want a PlayStation 3.
And you know what the 360 did? Backwards compatibility for the most part with the original Xbox One.
You can still play 360 games on the Xbox One.
Yes, now you can. You weren't able to do it
in the beginning. Yeah, but then the update did it. Either way, it works out great because now Xbox is learning a lesson and now they're making everything backwards compatible. Plus, they're doing the Xbox Cloud. It's looking great for Xbox right now. Now, a lot of people say, oh, it's such an ugly console. I agree, dude. It looks like a freight truck.
I don't like that big console. I like the S.
It doesn't. Looks are just, there's looks, you know. It's all about usability. So, in my opinion, you gotta go with what's the best. Now, I guess some people are gonna be PlayStation diehards. And well, Nintendo.
But you gotta be mad, PlayStation fans. Raise your voice. Like, when they go ahead and say you cannot use a PlayStation 4, what is stopping you from using a controller? Hell, what's stopping you from using a PlayStation 3? Now, I get Xbox. You aren't exactly going back and using an Xbox 360 or even an OEM Xbox controller. But the PlayStation 3 controller, that's the same technology as your current one, Bluetooth and everything like that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Why can't you use it all the way up? See, Xbox has been a little bit slightly different. They're using radio waves and shit to connect their controllers. And yeah, that old one, even if you could connect that old one, I don't know if I exactly want to connect that old one anyways.
No,
the new one. These are way better than that old one. So
I still have my old 360 because I have a Halo 360 because I love my Halo. And I'll say the Halo, I don't play it on the console very much. I use that console for TV. That's about it, and it's slow compared to the one.
But would you really want to take that controller and use it?
No, I was gonna say that controller's just not as good. These controllers are so good. And you know, honestly, I can't see a reason. And I know everybody's like,
but I'm sure the new one's even better though.
I'm sure they're gonna say, oh, the D-pad is better this rate or that rate. But say we're getting to a point now where these noticeable differences are so incremental. You know, it's so incremental, so small. There isn't really a reason there.
But have you seen a PlayStation 3 controller? It's very identical to the PlayStation 4.
Oh,
They're great.
They are. I played on them.
So that's what's frustrating. Why can't you use a 3 on a 4 and a 3 on a 5 and a 4 on a 5? Why can't you do that?
I don't know. I think it should be
ridiculous. Hey, all it is a firmware update. That's all they have to do. But they instead decide to be like, no.
I agree. I think it is a problem. But I do have to say this. At first I was hating on the new Xbox, and Tristan did a video about PCs versus Xbox builds. This is what we're going to do about it. And you check that video over there. And he's like, this is what we're going to do. You should do PC build. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to PC because I'm going to get a cool PC. And I'm still probably going to do some PC gaming. But I'll say this, you know. The new Xbox, if I get a custom Xbox, and they let me use my custom controllers, and in reality there, I only get one controller with the custom Xbox. That's all you get. You get one.
You get one, but when you have friends come over, you just grab one of your old ones.
I've got two other custom controllers I can play with.
Hey, make sure you bring yours over.
Yeah, it's great, and that's the thing. That's what makes it, because not everyone's going to buy that console. But you'll have your old console controllers, and you can use them, and I just love that.
You know what else
I love that. It's like a sense of community, you know?
But you know what else is great about that? Xbox is not being like, oh, like, nope. If you only the new games are played on the new system. No. New games. Backwards compatible too. Forwards compatible and backwards compatible.
I love that.
So you should be able to go buy the new Halo game and play it on your Xbox One. You won't have the power that you have in an Xbox Series S or an Xbox Series X, but you'll still be able to play the damn game.
And that's great because I get how people don't want to buy a new console. And honestly, is the Xbox X a little better? Yeah. But is it so much better that's like, what the fuck? No. I'm not saying we're plateauing the technology, but we're getting to the point where it used to be like from the 90s and the 80s, 90s, was whoosh. We're in that point where the whoosh is going down to, you know, a little less slow, you know? A little less slow, which is fine.
We kind of are. It's called Moore's Law.
It's a law.
It's a law. And it states that eventually we start crime and eventually we hit a peak where you cannot literally go anymore in the silicone world of the CPUs and capacitors.
Yeah.
Capacitors, right? Now, that's just not to say there isn't a world above that.
Xbox recognizes that, and that's the thing, whereas PlayStation's behind.
They recognize it's about games now.
Yeah.
It's not about
the consoles.
The consoles.
It's about the games.
The consoles, however. Limited edition.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way. Limited edition.
This is the way.
As well as custom PCs. Over here at Tag Industries, we are no longer buying the boring consoles. So if you're looking at this channel to be like, first console, first serve, what do you guys got? You see the new Xbox? Nope.
We don't do that.
We will show you the limited edition.
We get the custom limited edition. Here's the thing. I get it. If you're a PlayStation lover, do what you gotta do. But at the end of the day, if you just want a game, and your games that you want are on Xbox all the way. And I get it, PlayStation, I was PlayStation diehard. It used to be an American car diehard. Sometimes you gotta switch. It's just so strange. Where it used to be the Japanese consoles were like the Japanese cars. You went to them because they lasted. I agree with that, they're good. But now that Xbox has fixed their shit from the Xbox 360, you know, all the original Xbox and Xbox 360 problems, and they've upgraded to the point where they're better than the Japanese.
Compatibility.
They're the new Toyota. So in my opinion, buy the Toyota of America. Buy an Xbox. Not the PlayStation. Still a box. Either way, it's a Toyota box. Buy an Xbox. I'm Shane.
I'm Tristan. Tag, you're it. Okay, wait, there is one good thing about the PlayStation controller. There's a built-in microphone.
Oh. I needed that because a
Now they
mic
can hear you fart.
that I can plug in was very difficult for me to do. I bought the Turtle Beaches just because I wanted to build a microphone and a controller. That's why I have a Turtle Beach.
Great, now while you hold it in your lap, they can hear you fart.